What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to
Wrestling Ruckus.
I love that I have like this situation where every time I do that, you just gotta like. I'm waiting for all these times. You're just gonna be like,
Yeah,
you're just not gonna be feeling it. All these times you're gonna be like wrestling ruckus.
Eventually, can be like wrestling. I mean, like fucking extending it.
Or you'll be super hoarse. Wrestling ruckus. Anyways, for today though, we're gonna go ahead and do another edition of WWE Pick 3. So for our first subject, we're gonna go ahead and pick 3 wrestlers that you would invite to your birthday party.
All right, so the first one, because you hear about them, in every movie ever, they end up having this at a birthday party. Even though I feel like most kids and people do not actually have them at a birthday party. But Doink the Clown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's a clown at the birthday party.
All right, so we're going with Dunk the Clown for your first pick. All right. My first pick, I'm going to go ahead and go, this is a little outside the box, but hear me out. So you remember Bailey's original character, right? When she was like the fun...
Oh, yeah, the hugging gimmick.
The hug, yeah, with the inflatable arm flailing tube men, right? At her entrance, right?
Yeah.
I want that Bailey. I want that Bailey because she's going to bring those inflatable arm flailing tube men with her. And I feel like she would just be a good time. Just like, good vibes and just a positive role model for the birthday.
That's true.
Yeah. So Bailey.
That's true.
So hugging Bailey will be my first pick for my birthday party.
Now my second pick
Yeah, ready,
is
huh?
going to be the exact opposite. The
Okay.
exact opposite of what you just said. It's not for the happiness. It's to bring the tempo down.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be IRS.
You're talking.
So we can talk to everyone about their taxes.
You're talking Bray Wyatt's dad.
Yeah, he said can piss everybody off.
So I'm gonna be enjoying my cake, and he's gonna come over my shoulder. Have you paid your taxes yet?
Yes, exactly.
That sounds like a terrible birthday. All right.
The clown IRS.
I think I got my second pick. I kind of just came up with this out of nowheres. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the wise man, Paul Heyman, and the reason is because I want him to be my wise man, and the whole time as I'm like opening my presents, I want him to be like, "That's a great present, my tribal chief." Oh, excellent pick of a slice of pizza and cake, my tribal chief. So yeah, Paul Heyman's gonna be my second pick. So I got Bailey and Paul Heyman.
Nice. All right. So after IRS brings the tempo down and pisses everybody off, I got my final pick.
Oh boy.
Which counts as 3 picks.
Oh my god.
Technically. We got Dude Love, Cactus Jack, and Mankind.
Oh god.
Because they gave The Rock such an amazing birthday party, so they could clearly give me an amazing birthday party.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I see where you're going
bring
with
the
that.
tempo back up.
Okay.
You'd have Mankind rocking over in the corner.
So there's literally gonna be 3 different McFoleys just chilling. So we got a cloning situation going on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 of them all at once.
That's an interesting little loophole you put in there. So you got yourself some extra.
Cactus Jack can take out IRS, so no one has to deal with that anymore.
So you're actually
getting asked about your taxes. So then everyone can get brought down
5 people.
And being like, "Oh, my taxes! What the fuck?" And then they can go, "Fuck yeah! Hit him with a barbed wire bat again!
Bang bang!
Hit him with a bat again!"
So just like Bailey, I'm gonna go with a older version of a current wrestler. I'm gonna go with the Thugonomics version of John Cena, because he can just be throwing them bars and dissing everybody, and just everybody's gonna be cracking up, and it's just gonna be a hell of a good time. It would be an interesting birthday. I think they both would be, for sure.
Oh, they definitely. What wrestlers would you like to most be stranded at sea with?
Stranded at sea with. So this is kind of similar to the zombie one, but a little bit of a different scenario. So we're stranded at sea, so you're like...
Yeah, because you don't have access to food, but what's on that ship?
So we're on a boat. Okay. So I'm going with the opposite strategy as the first one. Because I went with big guys to protect me, but I don't want big guys because they're going to eat all the fucking food on me. So I'm going to go...
Yeah, and they're not going to let you get in.
No, they're going to beat my ass. I'm going to steal one of yours. I'm going to go with Hornswoggle because he's small, so he won't need much. If he gets shitty, and gets all picky with me and shit hits the fan, I could probably, unalive him for food.
I don't know. He might bite your nuts off. He was known to bite people.
That's all right.
I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio. The reason I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio is he doesn't eat anything but chicken nuggies. So he won't take any of my rations from me if they're not chicken nuggies.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. And I feel like he'd like being stranded at sea because he'd be away from his deadbeat dad.
That's true, yeah. So it would be kind of like a vacation for him. I think for my second pick, I'm going to go with John Cena. And here's the reason why. John Cena's catchphrase is, "You can't see me," as in the sea, right? As in the ocean. So, that leads me to believe that John Cena, as in sea, as in the ocean, may be a skilled fisherman.
So for scenario number 2, Dom ain't getting that vacation.
Oh,
we're going with Rey Mysterio. And that's because since he looks at him as his deadbeat dad, they'll most likely fight and bicker, which will leave me out of the scenario, so they might kill each other off. And then neither of them will be taking my rations.
That's a good point. So my third pick. Okay. So I got Hornswoggle and John Cena. So I'm going to go with my third pick. I'm going to bring one from my first list, the zombie list. I'm going to pick Brock Lesnar. And the reason is, we all know that Brock Lesnar can F5 a shark. So if the sharks try attacking us, he can defend us and F5 it. The only problem with that scenario is then I have to try to kill Brock Lesnar if he tries to eat my food. So, but you know what? I'm going to worry about that later. I need someone to F5 sharks for me. So I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
For my third pick, you heard of the story of Moby Dick.
Oh, God. I don't like where this is going.
So we're going to go. So we're going with someone who I think could relate with that story. Maybe we could get ourselves whale or something. Have ourselves a harvest for quite some time.
I am not looking forward to this.
Big Dick Johnson.
Oh, God, not Big Dick Johnson.
Big Dick Johnson, baby. And he'll add for that entertainment as he's harassing Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom and Big Dick Johnson.
So together you have Dirty Dick.
Dad of Rey Mysterio.
You know what? I went years forgetting that Big Dick Johnson existed, so thank you for that. I now have that man.
Him and his DX face.
I now have that man in my brain once again. So thanks for that.
Which 3 wrestlers would you most like to get in a fight with?
Jesus Christ. You do realize we're talking about like 250-pound men.
That's right.
You and I are about 150 pounds, so. Well, okay. I guess my first pick's easy. I'm picking Hornswoggle. Sorry, Hornswoggle, but I'm pretty sure I could kick your ass. I think I get a pot of gold after as well. I think I'm entitled to that.
Hopefully he does not bring Finley with him.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I might have to rethink that, actually.
So. Next thing, my name's Finley. I love to fight.
Yeah, I'm just getting bashed in the face by a fucking shillelagh.
Comes out with the shillelagh.
Breaks my fucking face with it.
You're getting shillelagh.
Oh yeah. Well, it's too late. I already picked Hornswoggle with the hope that his dad doesn't show up.
I'm gonna go with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and the reason I'm gonna go with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, is because he will hurt me so bad and break my arms that I'll be able to pull out of the next 2 fights. So I won't have to fight anybody else but him.
So are you not picking 2 more people?
I just have to face Lesnar, that's it.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Lesnar kind of equals 3 men in a way, maybe more. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and adopt your thought on that one. I'm gonna go with the Great Khali because he could crush my head like he crushed Rey Mysterio's head and just make it real quick.
Yeah, pop it like a balloon.
And it's just over with. Yeah, I don't have to suffer. Just crush my skull real quick like that, and it's quick and it's painless. Well, maybe not painless, but it's quick.
Maybe not painless.
So that's my second pick. So assuming that Brock Lesnar does not completely maim you, and you do have to fight 2 other people, who else are you fighting?
You know what? I know my second pick.
I swear to God.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Not what I was thinking at all.
You know why? Because before he gets in a fight with me, he's going to smash a beer with me, and we're going to slam the beers together, and then he's going to give me the stunner.
Yeah, that is true.
I get to have a buzz going before I get stunned.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it is on my bucket list to drink a beer with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just to be clear, you are choosing to go with Brock Lesnar and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Damn straight.
All right, so for my third pick, I'm going to go ahead and go with Zach Gowen. Because he's only got 1 leg. I trip him, and I ground and pound him. That's it.
My third pick, we're only getting in a fight at WrestleMania.
Okay.
And it's because he's only ever won 1 match at WrestleMania. His last ever match, and people hate him in present day, so they'd all be on my side.
Oh, God,
and that's
no.
Mr. McMahon. Yeah.
I had a fucking feeling,
He's got no chance in hell of beating me. I can strut better. I can talk better.
You? I don't know if anyone can strut better than Vince, man. I've seen a lot of people try to impersonate the Vince strut, and they fall short.
I actually do it constantly at work.
Why don't you just go to SummerSlam as fucking Vince? Just saying.
I've thought about it.
Get some hair dye.
I'd have to get a wig.
That's it, yeah, just get a wig. Get a wig and a suit, that's it. And do the strut.
Or I could really piss people off and go as do-rag Vince.
Oh, I would not recommend doing that.
I would never do that. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's the most fucked up version of Vince ever, dude.
Anyways, we got way off topic there. That's our picks for this this episode of WWE Top 3, guys. Let us know down in the comments who you would pick in these scenarios. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, notifications, the works. But yeah, that's it, guys. Catch you on the next one. What?